almost like a gun holster, just zoom, right through. And also, he's keeping that lead hand high, but he's also pulling that lead shoulder back, which is one of the things that I have learned even in my small time of training way back when. It actually helps you extend and really put pop on that right hand. Is being able to throw that jab, bang, and pull it back for the right hand versus throwing the right hand. It's that twist to come back out. So I like what I'm seeing. Now, again, yes, Jake does look super thick, boy.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
I don't think Jake's going to be a heavyweight fighter. I'm surprised that he's staying at 200, but he feels good there and he doesn't like cutting weight, and we'll see what happens at cruiserweight, to be fair. If he is going to try to, like he says, go toward a world title, cruiserweight's probably the perfect division to do that in, not because he's a natural cruiserweight, but because it might be the, how do I say this without being disrespectful, easiest way to maneuver up into a title for where Jake is and where his background. Cruiserweight's the easiest division in boxing. I'm just going to say it. So here's some more sparring footage that Jake has. And normally I wouldn't do the thing where we talk about Jake's sparring partners. And, in any other situation, you're not going to see guys post a ton of sparring. And Jake's really not. It's 16 seconds, right? And I know one of the Paul brothers does not like when I break down seconds of sparring, but I think it's worth it. And I think it's warranted here. This is his sparring partner. Oh, what is his name? Give me a second. All right, so this is Jake's sparring partner, DeAndre Savage. 6-0 with 6 knockouts, rated 1.5 star. Jesus, can we get, what is these star ratings? Is Meltzer running this thing? As you look, obviously, again, being 6-0, you're not going to have a ton of world beaters on your record at this point, and in fact, he doesn't have a single opponent with a winning record. Take of that what you will, but still, 6-0 heavyweight, and apparently he's ranked in the top 15 in the WBA, I think, as well. So, again, you never know how good someone is this early and what it actually means, but I've told you guys for a while that Jake does not spar just random guys, and he doesn't spar just, goofballs. And yes, this guy's 34, but he brings in legit guys that do have a decent enough record, that do have a decent enough standing, and does what we're about to see to some of these dudes. So I think what we're about to look at is impressive, knowing that this guy is 6-0 with 6 KOs. Not saying he's the best in the world, because I've seen some of the footage on him, and it doesn't look like that. And you also do have to take into account he is 34 years old. But still, I do think watching Jake dismantle some of these guys, for lack of a better term, is pretty impressive. All right, let's just watch the full thing, and then we'll come back. Boom, boom. Nice. Rolls under the right hand. Triple jab, right hand to the body. Combination. Theo Chambers doing a Michael Jackson Thriller slide in the background while he's coaching. All right, let's take a look at it from rip. So you see in this first exchange what Jake's, he almost should go and trademark it. It's almost a copyrighted combination from him. And it's the jab to the body, buries his head in his shoulder, which again keeps him very protected, and then over the top with the right hand on the button. I don't know how he's so accurate with this while seemingly not knowing where he's throwing this by not looking, but I'm assuming he just makes the read off the jab and he sees it, and good Lord, when he throws this right hand, he throws everything behind it. Look at his back foot come off the ground. Boom, bang. And it's not a bad thing for that back foot to come off the ground because of where it ends up. If he was just throwing this and the back foot ended up next to his lead foot, right here next to it, then I'd be like, yeah, he's baseball pitching this, and he to a degree is, but he's learned how to balance and roll back under that and keep himself aware if the combination comes behind that. Let's say he misses that right hand. Old Jake and new Jake to the boxing game would have missed this right hand and would have been square. This foot would have lined up here. He would have been square dead in front of you and would have had to clinch you or, deal with the consequences, which, no one really made him deal with because of where he was. But now you're seeing the improvements of, it's a little bit overthrown, but he's able to push that weight off his lead foot, cut an angle with his back foot, and now he's switched on. Again, maybe the right hand come over the top, but he's switched on and ready to go again if need be. So he pivots off the lead foot with the jab, which I like. And again, may not seem like a lot, but as you're moving here and as he's pivoting off, this right hand can come over the top, right, as he's moving, because he's not square and he doesn't look like he's ready to attack. But what Jake does to kind of neutralize it just a little bit is to throw his jab out there, right? Just throw the jab out, give this guy something to react to so that when you're trying to regain position and when you're trying to get back on offense, you're not getting tagged for being a bit out of position or maybe wanting to change the angle. Instead of doing it with no punches or nothing out there, you throw the jab out and you're good to go. We get back to it. Touching him to the body, seeing reactions. Touching him upstairs, seeing reactions. Boom, right hand to the body. This is the same punch that Mike Perry got with him probably the first 30 seconds of their fight, and it said Jake broke his ribs. So say what you want about Jake, and again, it may not be the most freaking technically sound right hand you've ever seen.